Welcome to another episode of Meet the Expert in VMworld 2017. This is literally my first time meeting Johan, who is going to introduce herself, and I'm actually going to figure out who he is just by talking to him.
I'm Johan van Amersfoort. I'm an EUC champion.
You're an EUC champion, okay.
VDI specialist. I am VCDX 238.
Okay.
And specialized on desktop and mobility.
My God,
So,
I'm hanging out with the guys from the Host Research Deep Dive book.
Yeah.
And everybody's just such an amazing titan in the industry. So very nice to meet you.
Nice
from
to meet
Netherlands?
you. Yeah, definitely.
Very cool. VCDX 230 something. So you're not a recent VCDX.
238. Well, I did exactly a year ago. I went to Palo Alto to do my defense. When I was here last year, I actually submitted the day before I went to Vegas.
Oh.
And when in Vegas, I discovered that there was a slight glitch in my design, so I actually had to work here to re-upload it and
with problems with the zip file and all those things? Oh my God, that must have been stressing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You work for ITQ? I think somebody told me that. Tell me about ITQ, because I hear this name a lot. I also know that a lot of the people that have gone through VCDX started at ITQ.
Yeah.
So maybe tell me a little about them.
Yeah, ITQ is all about sharing knowledge. First of all, with our customers and our community, but we're also about gaining that knowledge and sharing it across our consultants. So we're mainly aiming at building up the knowledge within our teams on the specialized pillars from the VMware product portfolio, such as the hybrid cloud portfolio or the SDDC and EUC, of course.
And you say EUC. What's an EUC champion? I've heard.
Right.
I've seen there's only like 6 of them, right?
No, we're with 30, I guess, right now.
Okay.
An EUC champion is a EUC evangelist, basically, who doesn't work at VMware.
That's a big distinction.
Yeah, that's the biggest distinction. And you need to have a strong focus on EUC. You need to blog and tweet about it and have an opinion. That's basically the most important thing, because in early stages we get to see product updates. And
you brought in the beta, so you're basically the first people that maybe see what's going to get released.
Absolutely.
And give that feedback, that honest feedback that will actually make it better for everybody.
Yeah, definitely, and that's it's really honorable to be part of that group. We're having a meeting tomorrow, an EUC champion meeting here with, and we get to see all product managers, VPs, and people that actually going to tell us more about the roadmaps, a bit of technical details on, for instance, and that's pretty cool, your own VDI solution. So VMware employees are running on VDI as well. And Simon Long is going to tell us about that infrastructure, how it got designed, what kind of requirements you guys had, and I'm really excited about that specific thing.
Because when VMware is eating its own dog food,
that's it.
They should know what hurt and how they fixed it, and then they should spread that knowledge around, of course.
Absolutely.
So tell me a thing. How did you end up in EUC? Because one thing I always like to ask people is how did you get into IT?
Yeah.
And I gather that your career is massive. So tell me a little about how you ended up what you're doing today.
Well, I've been working for a system engineer, mainly in Windows infrastructures, since I was 18. Wow. And for the first couple of years, I installed a lot of RDSH. Well, back then it was terminal services. At customers, deployed applications on it, and I think when I saw my first vMotion, I think it was in 2007 or 2008. That's when I saw, there's a new future, a new evolution to IT, and that's definitely where I want to be part of. And when you mix server-based computing and application delivery with data center technology, you basically get to EUC. So I started.
So your work with applications and terminal services was what led you basically into EUC. Right?
Yeah, definitely. And let's say 4 years ago, I was more digging into the data center architecture. and get to know that really good, like storage technologies, network technologies.
Going back to the basics, just like that book that teaches you the basics. You actually, and I didn't ask you this, in what path did you take your VCDX?
In the DTM path.
Oh,
so,
okay. But you still had to understand all the vSphere.
That's it. No, well, the bad thing or the challenging thing with DTM is that you need to know not only data center technology, not only your networking, but you need to know applications, Active Directory even.
Yes.
And that's sometimes it's hard. Mm-hmm. And the UC portfolio is getting bigger and bigger and bigger,
And better.
And better, of course, but technologies like AirWatch and Workspace ONE bring a whole new thing to the table.
And it's a whole nother thing that you have to learn now.
Yeah, definitely. And it's quite hard. It's challenging and it's good, but it's hard also. So
tell me about your. I mean, you obviously had some that glitch with the submission must have been very stressful.
Yeah.
But tell me about your VCDX preparation, because a lot of the times I'm one that's aiming to get VCDX at some point. Tell me about how your preparation was, and especially for DTM. What did you find that was the one mistake that you would have told yourself at the beginning?
Well, I wrote a blog also on
what's your blog?
vhoyan.nl.
Okay.
So that's my Twitter handle as well, vhoyan. And the one thing that my design was based on a real life scenario. So a real life customer that I worked for a couple of months. And what I did was firstly use the VMware kit to create my design. The kit is good when you're consulting at customers because it makes sure that you're not going to forget anything that's necessary for the design. But the kit is missing a storyline in which you
they always say it doesn't really follow the blueprint.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I created that design. I did a mock defense with Marco van Bachem, for instance, and the conclusion at the end of that first mock defense was, dude, there's no storyline in here. You're just telling your facts. Yeah. So I completely started over again with still 3.5 months to go. So got a little bit stressed out, but I worked pretty hard to create that storyline to basically take the reader from a requirements point of view and build the layer for layer in the design. And I'm really proud of the end of the result, of course.
Yeah, but a lot of hard work too.
Yeah.
And it's also when you have had this experience, I find that the people that have had the experience at the VCDX level, they just have to figure out how to write it.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm in a spot where I don't have the experience yet, so I'm trying to get there, right?
Yeah.
So before we leave, and thank you so much, because I've actually known you very well now.
Yeah.
Yes. And I would love you to tell you like some tips for other people that are in the DTM, whether they want to become EUC champion or a VCDX in the EUC space.
Yeah.
So some tips for the viewers.
Yeah. Just do it. The VCDX, it's a challenging process, and it's you will often think that you want to quit, but continue. Get a mentor. There are a couple of us that we're only with 15 currently DTMs. And a couple of us are a mentor. Get a mentor. Contact us. I'm a mentor as well. Yeah, and just in an early stage, discuss with the mentor what your plans are, and we can definitely help you. We need more VCDX DTMs. So
that's excellent. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
really
thank
nice
you too.
meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
And thank you for viewing.